Greetings, my name is Justice Miles, and I am presenting my FIT Fashion Styling Fundamentals Capstone project. I have really enjoyed this course. It has been a joy to take this course, and I am really interested in becoming a personal stylist, and I am going to present my website. So, this is my website. I've decided to title my business the Chameleon Wardrobe Styling Services because, like a chameleon, I believe that your wardrobe can adapt to the colors of your life and your activities. So, my mission statement is to create accessible beauty and inspiration while celebrating diversity and inclusivity of all people. Like a chameleon, your wardrobe can adapt to the different colors and activities in your life. And my vision statement is to present inspiring collages of images and ideas in order to style for the movement and life of diverse humans. So, this is a little bit more about me. I am a personal stylist that cares about uplifting people and diversity. I have a background in dance. As a choreographer, when I was in school studying dance, I was very influenced by the costumes and how the costume would enhance the movement being created. And I'm interested in translating this knowledge to styling looks for the movement in people's lives and that their style moves with them throughout their day. This goes more into how I have a certificate in fashion styling fundamentals from this class. I also have a MFA in choreography. I have styled costumes and looks for my performances. I have performed at a dance conference at FIT, and I'm so excited to collaborate and create looks that move and breathe with your day-to-day life. In regards to services, I made a page that shows services that are shown in 3 different tiers and really talks about how, that your wardrobe should move and breathe with you. You might be going to yoga class and then to work. Maybe you're picking up children from school. Maybe you travel for work. Your wardrobe should move and breathe with you. So, the first tier is a mini virtual style consultation where you will talk with me over Zoom about what looks will enhance and balance your body type, what colors you like, and we'll really talk about things that will help you build your dream wardrobe that will work for your lifestyle. Additionally, there is a more robust virtual style consultation where we will meet over Zoom and really look at your closet and build a foundation of a capsule wardrobe to build your wardrobe on top of so you can create a wardrobe that will fit your life. And last but not least, there is a creative consultation where if you are preparing for a wedding or an event or a performance and want to come up with some ideas for looks for that, we can talk about that as well. Now I will go into my portfolio. My portfolio is broken into 3 tiers: fashion research mood boards for body types, photo shoots, and themed fashion research mood boards. I'm going to start with my ideal client project. I chose Kushi Kapoor, who's an Indian actress, for my ideal client. And upon looking at her in an interview for a Vogue styling video, she talked about how she liked architectural pieces. So I pulled a bunch of architectural images of architecture, and I was also interested in an aquatic theme. So I had a lot of blue images here and this betta fish for reference. And I also looked at archival images of architectural dresses. And so the adjectives that I'm interested in evoking for a look to create for her are something that is architectural, metropolitan, aquatic, and sleek. And I pulled images that evoked that to create a look for her. And these are my sources. And I also have some other themed fashion research boards. I have some research boards inspired by coffee and some other research boards that are inspired for different types of movers. Next, I'm going to go to fashion research boards for body types. I have reverse triangle body type, hourglass, triangle body type, and rectangle body type. For this course, I did reverse triangle body type. I interviewed a friend about her style. We discussed the ABCs of styling, about what she wants to accentuate, balance, and conceal. She spoke about how she wanted to conceal her bust. She wanted to balance her triangle body shape, and she wanted to accentuate her hips and legs, but also her shoulders. Then we discussed colors that she liked, and she really was drawn to neutral, earthy tones. Then we looked at Pinterest and really gleaned what her aesthetic was. And I viewed her aesthetic as a classic 1950s casual style. In regards to classic, I thought about Meghan Markle as a reference. Meghan Markle has a very classic aesthetic with a lot of solid, neutral colors, and she also has an olive complexion similar to my friend. So I thought she would be a great reference person. Additionally, my friend discussed how she really loves Marilyn Monroe and 1950s silhouettes, particularly A-line cut dresses. So I thought about Marilyn Monroe being an interesting person as well for reference because she has a bust and she has wonderful fashion as well. And number three, my friend looks very similar to Vanessa Hudgens. So I used her also as a reference point. Then I did some research on how to dress a reverse triangle body type. And so I thought about my friend's aesthetic and came up with these as grounding the pieces that I was going to look for her based on research from Luke Yarrow's article, A Style Guide for Inverted Triangle Body Shapes. So I was interested in grounding looks for her that are based on asymmetrical tops, A-line skirts, and dresses that add balance to the top part of her body, and palazzo and wide leg pants. So I decided to create some different looks for her. So I did a casual loungewear look that was off the shoulders but still concealed her bust, and pants that were more form fitted to accentuate her legs, and warm booties for around the house. Then I did a casual look for errands for her. I looked at an apricot off the shoulder sweater with some Seven for All Mankind jeans that have a little bit of a flare to balance. Then I chose some patent loafers that were comfortable to walk in, an elegant neutral purse, and a garnet coat. Then I pulled a brunch look that thought about the 1950s casual aesthetic. And so I chose a blue A-line shirt dress from Banana Republic and paired that with the neutral patent loafers and purse, and then added a camel Banana Republic coat. Then, last but not least, I created a date night look that was very sleek and sophisticated. I did a black shirt dress with an A-line cut from Terry John, some flats with a ribbon, a black coat with a neutral purse. And I also felt like this look would elongate her petite frame. She asked for a sky's the limit budget for this project to just see the style. And so all of these items came to $2,000, $565.50. And there are some sources as well. Additionally, there are other looks that I've done. This is for Hourglass. And I also did a boho sporty aesthetic for Triangle. And then I also reached out to someone that has a rectangle body type that is a man that wanted to look for work looks as well, to also look at styling for men. Now I am going to go to photo shoots. Down here I have styling for dance. I've done some photo shoots in the past where I've put different outfits together for dance photo shoots, so I added that. And for this class, I decided to do a photo shoot based on Sandro Botticelli's Birth of Venus painting. I love this painting. It is so beautiful. It's a timeless classic painting. And I was so in love with the color palette of the painting. Here you can see Venus, or Aphrodite, being blown to shore on a seashell by the wind god Zephyr, about to be clothed by a coral piece of cloth. There's mint, blues, cream, orange, coral, all in this painting. And so I pulled colors from the painting to ground myself in creating looks that evoked the color palette and the mood of the painting. And this was the mood board I created. I asked a friend to be in the shoot for this, and my friend has an aesthetic and features that are similar to Tinashe. So I used Tinashe, the singer, for reference. My friend has a triangle body type, but it can appear rectangular, and she's quite tall. And additionally, my friend loves Beyonce, and she also enjoys adding blonde accents to her look. So we used Beyonce for reference. My friend had done a pink makeup look in the past. She showed me, so we thought that would look strong with the photo shoot, and also we talked about adding blonde highlights to her look. This is a board I did based on a look that existed in her closet that felt very rosy, and Aphrodite, who's in the center of the painting, is said to have created roses, so I thought that would be interesting. Additionally, I decided to be in the photo shoot as well, and I pulled some reference images for myself. I really like Camila Cabello, who has this boho carefree aesthetic. She's also petite with big curly hair, and I'm petite with big curly hair, so I used her for reference. I have a guitar body shape, and in regards to features, I thought the singer Maya had bold features and is mixed, and I am as well, so I used her for reference. And then this is a board I did utilizing blue and white, and also looking at the blue and white buildings of Greece. I was also inspired by blue buildings in Morocco, and I created a look that evoked blues. So then I ended up meeting a photographer for the test shoot. I reached out to the organization Color of Fashion and asked if there's a photographer that is interested in building a portfolio with a test shoot. And they connected me with a photographer, and he encouraged me to make an additional mood board based on ideas for poses. So this is a mood board I did of different poses for the photo shoot. In regards to the location, I chose the Denver Botanic Gardens. I paid for a photography permit, and I felt like this was going to be very beautiful for the energy of evoking Botticelli's painting. Then I created a call sheet so everyone was aware when and where the photo shoot was happening and details. And then here's some looks, but I'm gonna go and show the looks in my portfolio a little bit bigger than in a PowerPoint presentation. So this is the first look where my friend was wearing a rose look that evoked the idea that Aphrodite created roses. It had very much a princess pink feel, also made me think of Sleeping Beauty. I asked the photographer to also get some close-up details of the look, and he also took pictures of the flowers as well. This is another look where I was focused on the coral and blue contrast, and I love that the blue wall in this photo also works with the color theme. And so it was interesting to learn about how not only does color theory work in the outfit, but also how the color theory of the outfit works with the environment was really interesting, and that was something important I learned in the shoot. Then my friend dressed in an orange outfit in the orangery in Denver Botanic Gardens. That was quite stunning. And then here I wore a Notori shirt with red flowers that evoked the contrast of the blue and the red. Then this is a blue and white look that was inspired by the Greek blue buildings, and also blue is another important color. And then here my friend is wearing a rose dress with a blazer to complete the shoot and look. So clients can contact me by going to the contact page and writing an email, and they can also click the Instagram button here and send me a direct message on Instagram, and also see my portfolio here as well. Thank you so much for this class. I have learned so much about color theory, body type, proportion, and creating looks. This has really been such a joy, and I thank you so much for this opportunity.